Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel Mayta What Ifs. Today I am back with a new story. The name of this story is What If Naruto Was Banished and Destroyed Konoha. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now before continuing this, yes, as I mentioned in the community tab, I decided to go on with it. I am feeling a little bit sick, but yeah, aside from that, I thought why not, since I can sit and all, I can make a story for you here as well. Since, yeah, I didn't upload it regularly this month as well. Anyways, new resolution for 2025. Try to upload every day and provide the best quality content as I can on both of my channels. Anyways, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to this channel as well, and follow me on my Apollo Uchiha channel as well. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins on October 10th in nighttime in Konoha Gakure no Sato, 10 years after the Kyubi attack, as we go towards the civilian sector where we see the civilians resided. There we see a screech was heard throughout the whole village, so much so that it even reached the darker parts of Konoha where we see in a rundown apartment a kid jumped out of his bed. What? What the hell was that? As he went back to his bed immediately, as suddenly, right after half an hour or so, his door was bursted out and he jumped up again. What the hell? What is going on tonight? And there in front of him were Anbus. Naruto Uzumaki, you are hereby under arrest. What? For what reason? For the murder of Sakura Haruno. You are to be brought in front of the whole council, who will deliver their judgment. What? What do you mean? Sakura-chan, why would I kill her? Don't lie. Your blood sample has been found on her body, while she was strangled in an alleyway. As now we see, Naruto was shocked, and then he was brought in front of the council chamber. As he was thrown there in the center hard, as Naruto got up, Jiri, that will be Hokage. No, Naruto. Hokage-sama, what is going on? You tell me, Naruto. Your blood samples were found on Sakura, and not only that, your DNA as well. But I was sleeping at home. How could I have done that? The only way to prove if you are guilty or not is to conduct a test by the doctor. This is Dr. Hiyoshi, someone who I trust. Go ahead, doctor. As so, Naruto's blood as well as finger DNA was taken. And soon after that, Dr. Hiyoshi with a frown then said, the boy is guilty. DNA of the girl is found under his nails. What? But how? This is impossible. I was sleeping at my home. I wouldn't even do this. Shut up, you monster. You demon. You killed my Sakura. And you will pay for this. Oh, sure you will. What? But I honestly didn't. Silence, Naruto. Your punishment will be carried out now. It has been found and proven, and the evidence has been given to you, but I did not. Enough, said Hiruzen. There's nothing you can do now. I would like to ask what the council thinks should be the verdict of his, as many called out for his death, as Hiruzen didn't react, as that is when Danzo's hand rose. I might have a better suggestion. Killing him would only mean that Kyubi will be releasing upon us. Kyubi? What? You are the Jinchuriki of Kyubi no Yoko, my dear boy, said Danzo. As Naruto looked towards Hiruzen, who was currently looking at him with cold eyes as well. As Naruto then said, but you didn't tell me anything about this. Silence, said Hiruzen. Go on, Danzo. It would be best if he is banished, because he's quite dangerous, as we all are aware. Aside from being in Kyubi's influence, he himself has grown to hate us because of the hatred that the people of Konoha has shown. And the second best option is to put him in a prison that everyone despises, to make sure he is punished well. Which prison? Blood prison. Alright. Naruto Uzumaki, from this day onwards, you are hereby banished from Konoha. Never to set a foot here, or otherwise you will be killed on the spot. And you are to be thrown into the blood prison. Your punishment from our side is void. As long as you behave there, you might have a chance to get out in at least 10 to 20 years. So be very careful. and make sure he never set a foot here back again. But Gigi, I never. Enough! Take him away. As Naruto was being dragged, he was slapped across the face by Ino. How could you? You said you liked her. You monster. You killed her. I didn't. Enough, Naruto, we know. Your DNA was found. Everyone is aware of that. As Naruto was being dragged, we see Iruka there. How could you, Naruto? I know it was not Kyuubi's influence that made you did this, but I was sure as hell not sure that you had such a sick mind. Yuka-sensei, believe me, I... Don't call me your sensei. Do not even speak of my name. You are a monster in human skin. A monster, Naruto, said Iruka with a broken heart, as Naruto was left broken. Everywhere, even Tenoichi and Ayame, the people he could call someone who could bring out the best of him while he was with them, were also yelling slurs at him, take the monster away, because he was framed to killing a girl. As now we see, by the time Naruto arrived there, he was thrown within the blood prison. He had tear marks dried on his eyes. His eyes had redness in them because of crying too much, and soon he was placed with the marker of the blood prison seal. And soon enough, he began to live there. Time began to pass by. Naruto didn't speak to anyone, and was just reminiscing of how his life was destroyed by someone, to the point that he was like a broken toy, so much so that even Kyuubi began to take pity on him. You're not completely lost, kid. You still have me. You need to snap out of it, he would say, but no response from Naruto would ever be gained. Naruto stayed like this, on his best behavior, working like a machine, a dead human inside, for 5 years continuously. Until by the act that was passed within the rice country in which the prison fell in, that the miners' punishment, if they were on the best behavior, would be, well, reduced and they would be released, was released. As now we see, Naruto, while standing outside, was unsure of what to do. He was not even sure that he should be alive, because everyone thought of him as a monster. His whole life, the people he could only barely count on his hands that he called some sort of his family, all were taken from him. No, they left him. As Naruto went to the woods and stayed there, huddled up, for 2 whole days, without a wink of sleep, just reminiscing of what he should do. Why was he here now? As Kyuubi was trying to uplift the spirit of the child that was broken beyond anything, so much so that even he, being the incarnate of hatred, was feeling pity for him, then said, Kid, please, say something. I know you think of me as a monster who destroyed your life. If not, just speak to me, just yell at me or curse at me so I know that you're in there. Please. Now even Kyuubi was terrified, because 5 years worth of silence was killing it. It has seen much worse in the elemental nation, but what happened to this poor soul was something that he himself could not comprehend that these people had the capacity to do. As by some twisted fate, we see a person found Naruto. My oh my, who do we have here? It can't be. He's the kid who was framed for Sakura Haruno's murder 5 years ago. Naruto Uzumaki, the Jinchuriki of Konoha, who was banished. As Orochimaru looked towards the child and the condition he was in, and then he smirked. Listen, child, what are you doing here? As no response came from Naruto, as he was just staring in the void. If you have nothing to live for, as he extended his hand, then accept my will. I will give you something to live for by making you into my weapon. Naruto didn't know what he needed right now, but he knew he needed to escape from this void that he was in, so he accepted that hand. As now we see Naruto was brought there, he was introduced to Suigetsu, Jugo, as well as Karin, who were quite shocked to find Naruto in such a broken condition. And after finding out about this and who Naruto really was, Karin especially felt bad for Naruto because he too was from an Uzumaki clan, a clan that was loyal to Konoha, and they were the ones responsible for his condition to this extent. The kid is pretty much broken. He's like a broken toy, said Jugo, as Karin then said, sitting next to Naruto, he's not a broken toy. He's within there somewhere. He just lost himself. Soon enough he'll find it. I'm sure of it. While on the other side, we see Kabuto as well as Orochimaru was in a talk of their own. Why did you rescue that child? You and I both know that he is pretty much useless. And with those rumors going around, he is a waste of time. You don't understand, Kabuto. Konoha is a place that destroyed me. My life. Including Hiruzen Saruto, even if he doesn't wish to believe that. And he has done the same to that poor child. In a sense, I saw myself in it. And you, somewhat, when you lost your mother when I found you. As Kabuto flinched, because he realized what Orochimaru was speaking of. So you just save him? Yes. I'm trying to find a solution to his condition. He needs to be brought out of that shell that he has created around himself. First, I needed him to have a home. As now we see, time began to pass by as Naruto was now properly being trained under Orochimaru, and with the help of Karin, Jugo as well as Suigetsu, Naruto, even though he was not able to speak, was able to just react, nod as well as shake his head, denying anything, or just shrug his shoulders indicating he doesn't know. And as time went by, Naruto reached from the age of 15 to age of 17. 2 years have gone by, as Naruto has not only trained but also has become the silent assassin amongst them, going on multiple missions in Rice Country and whatnot to deal with those who threatened Orochimaru, the one who saved him, the one who was now his master. As this was going on, we see Kabuto returning with quite a shock-filled expression towards Orochimaru. Orochimaru-sama, have you heard the news? What news? Konoha. It's... As he stopped looking towards Naruto. Naruto, I think it would be best if you leave. No, Kabuto, why should he? If anything, he should remain here. But please do tell what you have found. It's Minato and Kushina, Namikaze Uzumaki. They are back with the real Cubist Jinchuriki, the one who possesses chakra. Naruto's brother, as Naruto's eyes widened, and his mouth was gaping wide. And for the first time in 7 years he uttered a word. What? Almost like a whisper. I have a family? Yes, Naruto, you did. But we thought that they would have perished in the Kyuubi attack. As Naruto was taken aback, he possessed the Kyuubi soul. He knew the Kyuubi talked to him while he was in that condition. And his family was alive? As now we see Naruto going inside his mindscape after getting away from there. Please, tell me the truth, said Naruto, trying his best to conjure up words that he hasn't spoken for the last 7 years. Listen kid, just tell me the truth, please, said Naruto with a shaky voice. Fine. It all began on the night when I was sealed within you and your sibling Menma. I could still hear through you since my soul was the one placed inside of you when you were an infant. It was easier to control your organs. I heard this. As now we go to a flashback to see that it was in the middle of the night as both Naruto and Menma were resting in their cribs. As Minato and Kushina were standing there pacing back and forth as Hiruzen Sarutobi and Jiraiya were there. Minato, Kushina, I think we both know what you two need to do. Yes. But we also might need a scapegoat. A sacrifice is in order from you. We are ready to make it. In order for the sake of this world. In order for the sake of the whole elemental nation, this sacrifice is needed from our son Naruto. He will become the stepping stone for his brother to achieve the child of prophecy status and help rebuild the whole elemental nation. He has to, through every hardship. As now we see, Naruto, after hearing about this, was able to find out that Hiruzen, Jiraiya, and his own parents did this to him. And for the first time on his emotionless face, an emotion was shown. Pure rage. He gripped his heart because it wasn't burning with agony or shock or anything. It was burning with rage. As he gritted his teeth, I will kill them, he said. As that is when the door opened, as they saw that Naruto was seated there. As Orochimaru then looked at Naruto and realized what he was feeling. I know how you feel, Naruto. Orochimaru-sama, please train me to be a sage. I need to do this. I know you need to. I know. I've been there before. And that is why I will teach you the arts of the sage mode of the snakes. You will learn from me. I have stolen a lot of jutsus, especially your father's jutsu, the Rasengan. I'll teach you everything. But you have to learn for an year or so. As the time began to pass by, the news began to spread out in the whole elemental nation that Menma Uzumaki, the true Jinchuriki, had returned. The Akatsuki tried to attack them, but they failed. Even in the war, the fourth Great Shinobi War that was started by them, Orochimaru and the others remained hidden, especially Naruto, while Menma and the others fought. And in the eyes of everyone else, Menma, by the grace of God, was able to win, and was able to subdue the Akatsuki, stopping the Moon Eye plan to come to fruition, bringing the whole elemental nation together. While on the other side, he was not even aware that the real threat was about to appear. As now we see, back in Konoha, Jiraiya as well as Minato and Kushina were seated in the Hokage office with Hiruzen and Sarutobi. You did him wrong, but it was necessary to keep him away for harm's way. Naruto needed to be forgotten at the moment by the hatred of people so that Menma could come in and take the praise, said Minato. But I'm glad that he is at least now free from that prison, and wherever he is, he might be okay and safe. As that is when we see Gamamaru arrived. We need to hurry. Something happened to Gamamaru-sama. What do you mean, Pa? Said Jiraiya. You guys have made a mistake. What do you mean, Pa? We fulfilled the prophecy. The prophecy is not fulfilled yet. Gamamaru-sama has stated that something bad is about to come. A new storm is about to take over the whole elemental nation. A storm built on fury and rage that you guys have caused. You included Hiruzen Sarutobi. As that is when we see Enma arrive there. What the fuck have you done, Hiruzen? You just collaterally fucked the whole elemental nation. Do you know what you have done? What do you mean, Enma? What do you mean what I have done? I have done nothing wrong. You have destroyed the destiny of the whole elemental nation. There's nothing we can see except for destruction now. It seems that even the monkey clan is aware. Something bad is going to happen soon. And if we side with them, we might perish. Enma, what are you talking about? A storm is rising. One filled with rage that cannot be stopped or trapped. Way beyond you or anything you could fathom. He will burn the whole elemental nation and the peace that you have preserved in the sake of prophecy. Let it come. I will be the one standing in the front. My dear boy, you will be the one who will be the most in danger from this. I am the freaking child of prophecy. I will deal with anything. You're not. You're not the child of prophecy. What? What do you mean, he's not? You never were, Menma. It was the other one. As that is when their eyes widened, as Minato stood up from his chair that he was seated on. You mean to say our other son Naruto was the child of prophecy? Yes. And he is the rising storm now that is coming to consume you all. A tsunami that will not be able to stop at any cost. His rage has grown and is unfathomable. It will only cease after he has destroyed everything you aim to protect. Everything that destroyed and ruined his life. And at that moment, Hiruzen realized just what he has done. He has colossally fucked them over now. I made a huge mistake. Of course you did. Your contract is void with us. Monkey Clan no longer is with Sarutobi Clan. You're on your own on this one. As Enma disappeared and the Toad Clan did the same. They can't do this to us. Look, Naruto might be stupid. If we just find him and tell him that we forgive him, he might forgive us, said Hiruzen. As Menma then said, you think he will? After all this time, all these years, he was the one who got the short end of the stick. You think he will? We have to stop him regardless, though, said Jiraiya. And we will. As now we see, the year passed, and the storm that was rising, it was finally unleashing. The first one was none other than Eva, and soon following suit was Kiri. And then came Kumo's turn. One after the other, like huge Jenga blocks, they began to fall down, crumbling down the tower that was built on egos. They were being crushed. And the funny thing was, only one man was doing this on his own. Taking control of the seven-headed serpent Sage, he, mastering the true form of the snake's Sage mode, was unleashing his terror as well as rage upon the world. Back in Konoha, Suna was being targeted when they were all panicking. The news across Konoha spread out who was doing this and what was the true reason. Because Hiruzen Sarutobi made a grave mistake while blurting this out to Danzo, who has revealed this to everyone. Now realizing, the Akatsuki tried to take their chance, but they too failed when they tried to clash against a rising tsunami of rage. Nothing was able to stop him, and he will stop at nothing until he has his revenge. As now we see, 4 great nations were destroyed. 4 economies were ruined. 4 nations' strength was taken from them by a single lone man who stood now in front of the Land of Fire's attack dog, Konoha, its crutch for strength. As in front of him were the main culprits of ruining his life. Why did you do this? Why? I needed to keep you safe. Don't bullshit me. You would never keep anyone safe, Hiruzen Sarutobi. Knowing you, especially. But tonight, I will not be the one alone to end you. There is one more person who you have wronged. As Naruto appeared in front of Menma, as soon he felt as if his chakra coils were being overpowered. As suddenly he realized, too late, that Kyuubi's soul was now inside of him, and the chakra was connected back to it, and the seal was opened, releasing the Kyuubi, killing Menma there and then, as the BG was separated from him. As Naruto then jumped and placed the seal atop of his head. Now, let's get down to business, shall we? Yes. You have harmed this poor child a lot, more than even me. And for his sake, you all shall perish. And so, both Kyuubi and Naruto released hell upon them while Naruto sat atop of the Hokage monument, watching while enjoying his favorite ramen as he hanged all the people there, with their hands tied, supporting with a thin rope, as Minato Kushina, as well as Jiraiya and Hiruzen watched this destruction of Konoha unfold in front of their eyes without being able to do anything, as Orochimaru arrived at Naruto. Ah, Sensei, you're here. You done great, but I think it is time to stop. You're feeling pity for them. No, I don't want you to overwork yourself. Let me finish them. I want to finish them, please. I know you think you deserve them, Sensei, but Fine. Just do as you please, my son. I'll be leaving. As Naruto's eyes widened, Orochimaru called him his child, meaning that he considered Naruto a son of his own. Hi, Dojan. Naruto, please stop! But before he could, he, literally using the snake-charged hand Chidori, slammed inside Hiruzen, killing him then and there, and slitted slowly Jiraiya's throat, the very person who was the cause of his misery. And then came those who saw him as a stepping stone. Who's a stepping stone now? Father, mother, aren't you proud of me? I fulfilled the prophecy by becoming that monster that you all wanted me to become. And so, Naruto then made a Rasengan, but not a blue one. It was a dark, demonic chakra one. I modified your technique, father. Completed it. Here, have it. Have it. Consume it. As what happened was, Kushina was the first one to witness her husband was being morphed and absorbed and eaten by the said Rasengan before he completely disappeared. What have you done? Unlike the Rasengan who causes destruction outwards, this one consumes and shreds a person into tiny, tiny bits that are not even seen with the Dojutsu. His next one was Kushina. As after the whole destruction was done, the true leader of Akatsuki appeared. Edo Tensei Madara was revived by Zetsu, but he too didn't last when Naruto used the demonic Rasengan to kill him with the venom of the serpents, making him rendered useless and killing Zetsu once and for all, defeating everyone. Naruto once returned was again quite broken, without any will to live or to do anything, until he was hugged by Karin and Suigetsu, as well as Jugo, who were worried sick about him. As now we see that Kyuubi spoke, you think you have nothing to live for, kid, but I think you have more than enough already. Over the course of years, you have been able to gather a lot of people who really care about you, even in the most undeserving places, I believe. As Naruto looked towards Kyuubi, you're one of them, aren't you? That is what you want me to believe. But make sure you change. I know you feel hollow inside. After the revenge, after the water of rage within you, the tsunami of rage within you has just turned into nothing more than calm water. You will soon find peace with them. I hope you do. And if you need me, I'll be within a year's reach. And my name is Kurama, by the way. That's a beautiful name. I know. Take care of yourself, kid. As the Kyuubi turned and left, knowing fully well that this kid did what they all deserved. And he still had a human reaction. He felt hollow inside, doing all this massacre and killing. But he was in a fit of rage, a rage so much that even it surpassed all those combined together, who wanted to consume everything in its path. And that is what he did. Consumed the whole 5 great shinobi villages, until nothing or no one left was remaining. His terror was so much in the daimyo nations as well as in the minor ones that they feared that if they started any conflict, they will be the next target. So they never did. All the while Naruto, as years progressed, was now slowly turning back to his normal self, his cheerful, happy self that he was slowly gaining thanks to Karin, Suigetsu, and the others, and especially Karin herself, who he was now getting much more closer to. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And yeah, I do hope you also like the short movie on Apollo Uchiha. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you do so after this one. As this is it for the day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.